Sold in a pack that also contains adhesive back burlap and adhesive back cork. All die cuttable, the adhesive back cork, and this is also punchable. My new punch is from Sizzix. But it's also really cool to paint and get some surfaces. That's one of the things. I love the texture of it.
Can you wafer thin dies?
Wafer thin dies will work on the cork and the corrugate, but not the burlap. Burlap needs steel because it's fabric.
Right.
Yeah, it's really chunky. Another surface though, that's adhesive back. These are called Deco sheets. And Deco sheets are really cool because people think it's glitter, and it is not glitter. There's no glitter in there at all. It's just ink. It's packed in silver and gold. If you feel it, there's no chunky on there. I know you think that it will, but it's not. It's completely,
Oh my gosh, it's smooth.
it's smooth to the touch. I know there will never be impossible to get a fleck of glitter because it doesn't exist on there. What's really cool about Deco sheets is that you can use them with any die cut. It could be an electronic cutter, it could be a thinlet, it could be a Biggs, it could be anything like that. You can also go in, if you want to punch through this, you can punch through it no problem. Here I'm just going to do some gold because I like that. And of course it is adhesive back. Now, when I talk about it being adhesive back, I don't have to worry because the top layer is not paper. The top layer itself is kind of this unique material. I wouldn't even say that it's vinyl, because this will tear like paper.
Wow.
So, I know. As soon as you think you've got it figured out, I rip it. Yep, you're like, oh, I got that. That's vinyl. Yeah. But this is really cool because it has that really kind of awesome vintage sparkle to it, but it's also inkable. Inkable in a different way. So that's what I want to show you, because Deco sheets right now, we started out in gold and silver. We're going to be introducing new colors throughout the year of this, because although it's very ink friendly, you can use alcohol ink on this or any solvent ink. What you have to understand is if you're familiar with alcohol ink, then this will make sense to you. This is a metallic ink. Although in your brain you're thinking it's glitter, it's a metallic ink, okay? So when we use an alcohol ink color over a metallic ink, if I use too much metallic, no matter how much color I put over it, this is always going to rise to the top, always. And the same thing applies to the Deco sheet. So, if I go in and I add some alcohol ink, which is what I will do. Let's see, I know I had a hand in here somewhere. There we go. Because when you see it, then you're just like, oh, I totally get it. So I can take a really vibrant alcohol ink and I'm going to go in and I'm going to apply it. And at first you just think, oh, I got this. He just didn't do it right. He didn't put enough ink. I got it. Okay, you got it. You're good. Leave it on there. And as it dries, you're going to start to see more silver.
Yeah.
More and more. And when it's finished drying, it will become that. It's beautiful. So you can tint it, but you cannot color it, because the metallic will always dominate the dye that you put over the top of it. Which, like I said, is still beautiful, but that's why I did silver and gold in the same release, because I was trying to get gold from this, and it started out and I was like, ooh, I've got this color, you know, I mix these great yellows, and then when it dried I was like, huh, it's gold and silver, like I want, you know, you wanted that true color. So that's one of the things that's really cool about this product, is that you could still go back and add another layer. This is only one layer, so if you wanted it deeper, you can certainly go back in with more ink, and you can ink over it, which is, you know, as we know, when we build up the intensities of the dyes, it'll go in, but that metallic is always going to come to the top, so it will never be that true wild plum glitter that you might want. It's cool to know, it's important to know, because it is nice that you say, oh, you know what, I'm going to do a project and I don't necessarily want bright silver, I may want it to be brown, or I may want some green or some blue. It is cool to know that you can alcohol ink it and give it its own hue, but it will just never be, I mean, you could even see here, it started out really intense, I thought I was on it, yeah, and now you can see that the silver just, it's going to always dominate, which is alright, it's very cool. So, Deco sheets from Ideology, they're really cool. It's great because you can use anything, any of your punches that you want, any die cuts. You know, I'll have a confession now. During the holiday season, I did a whole series of thinlets with Sizzix in a beautiful script font that we've also launched at the show in different words. And people were like, those are beautiful. Wow, the glitter that you have on there, the words are perfect. What did you use? I'm like, I just used stickles. Nope, I really used this. I was, but I couldn't reveal it. Now, you could do it with stickles, but it's going to take you a while. It would still look glittery, but you would have to sit there and kind of do all of that. And this made it easy because you can die cut even that thinnest word, that detail word, and then when you're ready to put it on your project,
You got it
Sorry
back
to
on
It's
it.
peel and stick, and you don't have to worry about anything happening to it.
How many sheets
Yeah.
does it come in, do you know?
No,